A budget of the UPA government with an eye on elections. That's what the BJP and some allies are saying. Well, joining me this evening, I spoke to earlier, Dipinder Hooda of the Congress and Piyush Goyal, also joined by Minister of State for Railways, Adhir Chaudhary. Dipinder, the opposition has charged this with being a completely populist election budget, saying that this is a budget geared for Rae Bareli. Even an ally, Mulayam Singh Yadav, has said, why have the rest of us been ignored?
I think it's rather unfortunate. I think opposition is making all those comments just to score a political point. This budget is a very good budget. Budget is in national interest. I think the railway minister has seen the entire nation with one single prism through the budget. The budget is futuristic budget. Budget sets the pace for preparedness for railways to go in the future. And it meets the aspirations of younger generation. I think it's a very good budget, and I welcome the budget that's been presented today.
Piyush Goyal, the big picture, because in a sense, when people were predicting a passenger fare hike, the BJP was ready to jump down the UPA's throat. That hasn't happened. So in a sense, the UPA has taken away the BJP's thunder in that sense?
Not at all. I just want to tell my dear friend Dipinder, it's not that the opposition just wants to say, oppose for the sake of opposition. I am yet to see, when we were in power for 6 years, whether the Congress complimented us on any of the very good budgets that we brought out. But leave that aside. The fact is, this budget is completely devoid of vision. I have listened to the whole budget very carefully. I don't know what the youth aspiration is being talked about. A few stations getting Wi-Fi and a few stations getting upgraded is not going to sort out the woes of the Indian railways as a whole. The people of this country are looking for great deal of difference in passenger amenities, comfort in travel. I come from Mumbai, where almost 80 lakh passengers use the railways every day. And you see the woes of the people there. You see the condition of the travelers there. People are jostling for space. Forget space, people are on top of the trains. And then what does the minister do? Increases 27 trains here and 50 trains there. It is certainly an inadequate budget to meet the aspirations of both urban India and the need to connect rural India to large parts of the country.
We had our reporters at railway stations today. Passengers were telling them that we just want to stop the cockroaches and rats in our coaches. What are we talking about? European standards, when the basic standard of cleanliness, forget larger vision, etc. The basic standard of cleanliness is so bad that passengers talk about cockroaches and rats in their compartments.
No, that's exactly the point, and the railway minister addressed each and every of those aspects. The cleanliness, I mean, the fact that we are talking about, an entire new paradigm in terms of cleanliness, the employees, the skill sets amongst the employees, special training, imparting special trainings to the railway employees to make sure that we provide services with the absolute best in the world. I think this railway budget sets the roadmap for that. And as far as BJP is concerned, the fact that BJP is just some of the MPs of some of the opposition parties, and I don't want to name one particular party, but some of the opposition parties, they jumped in the well while the budget was being presented without even hearing all what the finance minister had to say, just showed their intent. It's applicable to both sides. The treasury benches as well as opposition. If it is the last year for us, this last year for them as well. I could never expect, even if you include and type each and every word that they expected to be included in the budget, they would still criticize it because they have to. They are going to elections as well. So that's the point. But unfortunately, I think they jumped the gun. They sort of shot and then took aim. They jumped in the well before the budget was actually, the substantial part of the budget was actually presented, which just showed their intent, and that was a giveaway. I welcome this budget. It's a great budget. Even from a small state like ours, Haryana, the number of things that
I'm going to come back to you on your praise of the budget. Let Piyush Goyal get a word in at this point. Mr. Goyal, some of the points raised by Dipinder Hooda. Yeah, go ahead. You want to go ahead.
Just a small point. The Honorable Minister also used the word paradigm shift. My very dear young friend has also used the word the change in paradigm. I wish they would both look up what the word paradigm means. Paradigm shift is a complete change in thinking, an innovative way of looking at things, something new. I have a list with me of 347 projects that are still ongoing all across the country. They still need 1.47 lakh crores to complete those projects as on March 12. It's an answer given by the Honorable Railway Minister in Parliament. Now we have to sort out these issues first. The Baramulla rail line or the Arunachal rail line is still 20 years away. We have rail projects which are started in 1975, which are still not completed. But this minister has made a promise of spending 5 lakh crores as per Planning Commission estimates, but he still doesn't know where that money is going to come from. And with the finance minister already stressed with a very high fiscal deficit, I suspect we are a long way away from ever seeing the light of day of so many projects. And then what do? They give paltry sums of 1 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore.
When the railway minister raised fares in January, the BJP, but when the railway minister raised fares in January, the BJP opposed it. So are you saying in a sense that then you would have agreed for him raising fares to get money for these projects? Because otherwise, where's the money going to come from?
Sonia, that's where we need innovative thinking, and that's where the paradigm shift comes in. What we need to do is see where else can we raise the resources from. Are you aware there's at least 5,000 to 7,000 crores worth of scrap lying along the railway lines all across the country not being disposed of? Did you ever study the efficiency of the railway system? A Rajdhani which runs at 150 kilometers an hour takes 16 hours from Mumbai to Delhi, which is 1,300 kilometers. Why can't we improve the efficiency of the entire network? Why do freight trains take 5 days to come from Mumbai to Delhi? What are they doing about monetizing the large tract of land that they have in cities like Mumbai and Delhi, where we can monetize the asset,
the huge land bank the railways is sitting on? Dependent comment, because in fact the linking the fuel, we've seen that the fuel hike being freight, it's only in freight, not in passenger fares yet, but linking freight rates to the fuel. Is that what you would see, as many have called that a backdoor raise really of prices, that's going to actually lead to a rise in inflation as well? So in that sense, it's not really a please all budget, it's actually going to hurt the consumer too.
No, let me answer. There are a few points here that Piyush made and then subsequently you made. First of all, I think, I'm very glad that Piyush these days is into the business of explaining meanings of words from the Oxford Dictionary. What does paradigm mean and this and that. Very happy to note that, just on a personal one-to-one basis. But I think, Piyush has not done a good job at reading the budget. He's talking about paradigm and he's giving an example of let's do something with the land bank. I don't know if you've read the budget, budget speech. In this budget, Rail Land Development Authority has been set up, and IR Station Development Corporation through PPP is expected to raise the target set, the modest initial target for initial raising 1,000 crore has been fixed, and subsequently this target is likely to be enhanced.
But Dipinder, just to ask you, the railway minister said that overall the loss estimated by not hiking passenger fares will be about 24,600 crores. Many would say that given that and his stress on fiscal discipline, why announce all these new factories and new express trains? You've announced a coach factory in Haryana. It's mainly in Congress ruled states. You've announced in Rae Bareli another factory. You've already got a wagon factory. Why do Congress states, a majority of express trains also in Congress ruled states? So where does the fiscal discipline go to when it comes to election bonanzas for Congress ruled states and Rae Bareli and Haryana and other constituencies?
I also see a repair workshop for motorized bogies in Madhya Pradesh. I also see a wagon maintenance workshop in Kalahandi in Odisha, which are non-Congress states. But if some projects do come to state like Haryana, is Piyush willing to say that Bharatiya Janata Party is not going to advocate anything coming to Haryana? If he says that on the network and they cease to exist as a party there as well, then, I think it's up to him. But I think Haryana is also a part of this country, and Haryana also, this is the first railway project that has ever come to Haryana in 60 years of, after so many years of independence, and I,
that's a sad reflection
for it, and I think Piyush, who belongs to Haryana originally, actually, should also be thankful to the railway minister that he's done something for the state that he originally belongs to as well.